There are times where I'm convinced that detachment is love, the discipline of accepting what comes through another person's choices, unshaped, untouched, entirely theirs. We are taught that love is patient and love is kind, but that can only grow from a form of detachment with no preloaded emotions to appease, which would require an emotional neutrality our backbones would have to strengthen themselves around. And since we are constantly inundated with repetitive sayings like be grateful, we are taught to load emotions that don't even belong to us, which is why half the world is acting out things that their spirit hasn't even caught up to yet. And you see the world moving in this direction instinctively, but most people have confused being nonchalant with detachment. And while that's its own flavor of distance, that is not what I'm talking about here. And there is a huge difference. Being nonchalant is just emotional avoidance, while being detached is emotional management. One protects your image, the other protects your inner world. But let me give you perspective. We talk endlessly about every uplifting emotion up under the sun, yet detachment has never been invited into that conversation. And that's because we have been taught to think with our emotions first, rather than to logically think out what those emotions are signaling. The perfect example of this is when people invite you out and you go reluctantly, no expectation and no intention. And that moment ends up being one of the best memories you ever had. And it ended up being that way because you were detached. You didn't try to pre-script the moment, so the moment had time to meet you. And if we applied this thought process to everything, I think we'd be pretty surprised how everything works out itself when we don't try to prearrange. The greatest demonstration of this I can give you is when we say, I don't want to be with anybody, so you withdraw from your pursuit of love. That's when it seems like everybody wants to be with you because the pursuit of love initiators draw right back to you. That is because of the art of detachment.